Bam! Got Chris out here. But, as with all repairs, what up, dope people? Welcome back to Easy's Rebuilds, and I'm your boy, Easy E. And since the Equinox done, it's time for me to jump back onto the Peddle Monte Carlo. I got to get her done. She's been sitting around here too long, having to keep on doing the rust repair because I'm not using a primer sealer. I was using rattle can primer, and it holds moisture. This car is not going to be perfect, but in getting this car broken down so I can start again and paint it, because I got something new for the channel. You know what I'm saying? I want everybody to see it, but you're going to see it right now until this car is ready for paint. But ran into some more rust. So let's go take a look. So like I was saying before, I started taking the tail lights out, and I ran into more rot. So right behind the tail light on both sides was a rot hole. We got another rot hole down there. I never checked the rear of this car. I know the underbelly is good because I've been up under it, rhino lining it. But when I came to the rear end, this is what I seen. Another rot hole. Was another rot hole right there, but my patch panel covered it up. And where I see those gaps down there through the light is where you need seam sealer. That's all seam sealed. So I had to order me some seam sealer. So I will be putting a light coat or Bondo or body filler around my welded edges, and usually it's seam sealer all throughout here, and a little bit in this gap and on the inside, because it's a gap from the factory right here, and that's all seam sealed. If y'all want to see right up in there, it's always a gap. There's always a gap that I know about, because I put them apart off my panels I got from the junkyard. As y'all can see, I cut out the old rusty area and welded in a new, patched part off another Monte Carlo. I'm getting very good at patching cars that was all rotted out. So here's the piece that was in there. Like I said, it was a rust hole at the bottom. Big rust hole where you would mount your tail light. So that was right here, like that. Probably could have tried to patch it with Bondo, but that's too big of a hole, too many curves. You gotta get that curve just right, and I wasn't about to deal with all that. So it was easier for me, because it's a learning channel, just to learn how to get all this apart. Get the, like I said, seam sealer all through here, and a little seam sealer up in here, which gets soft when the car is out in the sun. At junkyard, all this seam sealer was soft, rubbery, but I got to drill out the three spot welds. Let a spot weld here, and there should be some more spot welds down here, but I got to get the seam sealer off. To do that, end up having to cut the rear bumper off, because one of the bolts was stuck. But the rear, not cut the rear bumper, the bumper reinforcement, but it was all rotted out anyway. I tried to save it, put some rust reform on it, but it wasn't going to be savable. I don't know, this is back in, this car sitting in water. I don't know the story on this car. All I know is she ran when we got her, but she had severe rot. So if you're new to the channel, I replaced all the rockers, on both sides with rockers off another car. Did a little rust repairing in the rocker, not the rocker, the rear quarter area best I could. I'm not a body person. All that was rotted out. So I did the best I could. It needed a whole new front end. Well, it needed 2 fenders because they was rotty out, and it needed front bumper and headlights because it took a front end hit probably before they parked it. Like I said, this was a pedal car. I do have another bumper reinforcement I took off the blue car because that blue car wasn't an SS, but it had no rust on it at all. I wish that car would have been there when I needed all the other stuff, but then again, I don't, because it would have been already crushed. They crush all the Chevys. All the GM cars get crushed super quick. For some unknown reason, they just crush them and get new ones, but they keep all those import cars. They got plenty of imports at pick and pull. But when it comes to American-made cars, they go through them. They only sit out there for a couple of months, then they crush them. But like I said, the import cars can sit out there for a year before they crush them. But we got the rear bumper off. Got Chris over there. He got bringing some water. I just got him. I gotta start getting this part all done. So you need a drill, which I got over there. Need a hammer. Gonna need some of those seam tools to separate the spot weld breakers. Look at my panel piece I'm putting in. That already cut. And I will slide this over this. And what I would do, I'm gonna fasten it right here with one of those fasteners from the tail light to hold it in place. And I'm gonna cut this piece a little bit smaller. So it fit right into the spot. Then trying to mark it out, I just cut this. I watch another YouTuber just cut the piece you're putting in. So you make the piece bigger, then you cut the piece smaller. That way you get a nice fit. Though I did it on that side, so that piece went in pretty perfect. Instead of me just trying to put it up there and mark a line and try to cut on that line, just cut through the piece you're gonna be welded in there a tad bit smaller. That way you can get it in there. Got some spot welds here. I got to drill out. That's for that back bracket piece on the inside. But like I said, I got to wait for the seam sealer. So I will not be finishing this in this video. I will be finished getting this patch piece put in. And for people that want to know, does the tail light fit? We will. If I can get her out, put it in, had to get a new tail light because the other tail light was busted from the rust. That piece right there broke off. Kind of get in there with one hand. But there you go. So people are like, oh, the tail light ain't gonna fit. Tail light fits back in there perfectly. Sometimes I do know what I'm doing when it comes to patching in pieces. And I think that looks very good. No more rod hole. I can bolt everything up instead of patching it with Bondo and drilling a hole so you can put it in there and shape. Oh, either way it goes, it's still a lot of work. This way, I got a patch panel in there that I cut off another car, welded in with a nice welder. And when you get a patch panel, I just cut way bigger than what I need. So this was the rear end of the car, or the Monte Carlo. I cut way more than what I needed. Then bring it home, and drill out those spot welds that I told y'all about. Then take that inner piece off. Then do the same thing on my car. Drill those spot welds out. Same ones I drilled out over there. Put my panel piece up there, then cut it on out. So let's get to work. Bam! Got Chris out here. But as with all repairs, got all the rust out. So I got all good metal. What I didn't do, I should have cut this at an angle so I can get past this third one. That was my bad, so I didn't need to drill out that third one. I got to re-weld that one back in. But my patch panel does fit. And all down there is naturally open. It was seam sealer right there. That was stuck to my piece down there. So I peeled all the seam sealer up. And y'all see it's actually a big gap. It's like it's starting to rust. But I'm going to rust, retard that, then seam seal it back again when my seam sealer come in. Just like I got to do on that side, I got to wait for my seam sealer. Never needed seam sealer to now. So I can reseal all these seams that I had to bust open that had seam sealer on there. To stop this from rusting any further. But it's not just for to stop rusting, it's so I can get my tail lights mounted back in properly without having my trunk filled full of water. So getting the trunk back sealed again. So I'm going to start tacking this. Getting this, already got my welder set up. So I got to start tacking this piece back in because it does fit. With a little maneuvering. But I got your gloves on because it's a sharp steel. So let me get back to work. So there we have it. It's not the finished product, because the finished product would be almost over here. That's not finished yet. Like I said, needs seam sealer. But she's all welded back in. Like I said, y'all see me grab that air hose because I got that seam sealer right here. Kept catching on fire on the outside and on the inside. Had little fires going on. I still got to patch that up. But we're going to use some Bondo glass to patch that up. That's underneath. The carpet covers it. I'm not about to try to cut out a piece of steel to weld that in. Because when I shape something with some Bondo glass, you never know it was even there. Because I'll just rhino line the inside, that one little lip. But there you have it. My little patch pieces back in to eliminate all that rust that you see over there. You know, some of y'all probably asking in the comments below. If anybody leaving a comment below, I forgot to test fit it, but I'm pretty sure everything will fit up. Usually I tack weld it first in a couple of spots, and I make sure the tail light fits. See if I can get in there with one hand. It's kind of hard to put a tail light in with one hand when they got 3 spots. Then you got this little lip right here. I got to pull out. There we go. And she fits in like butter. There you go. She's all the way in. Tighten her up. Be no gaps. All this going to get repainted. But she fits in like butter. And she looks a lot better. And that's all we're trying to do over here. I'm just learning. I'm learning on my own car. This is my car. I call her the Frankenstein. Because if you haven't seen this video, I done cut the rockers out. If you're new to this channel, what are the new rockers, new structural inner pieces in those rockers? I got some 11 gauge, 1-inch square tubing running along the side, on both sides. Where was that third piece of, we're going to say a pinch weld coming from the frame of the car, which on this one was gone. So I welded to the frame of the car, 11 gauge, 1 square tubing from the front to the back, and welded everything to that tube, and I rhino lined it, rust proofed it, and everything up under there. But you'll never see the work under the car because you still got the plastic rockers that go on there and cover up everything. But I think that's gonna be a wrap for this one. I'm not gonna grind this down because I gotta go work in the morning. I do work a full-time job. So I'm done for the day of showing y'all how I weld in, or how I do rust repair. That's the only way I know how to do it. Well, there's another way. One way is to find a car that got good panels, cut whatever piece you need out of it, weld it into your car. The other way is filling it in with Bondo. And Bondo take a little longer when you, like I said, when you got a whole section missing. It's hard to lay some Bondo down over a whole section that you're missing, because Bondo don't float. So you need something to help the Bondo hold, because I didn't have nothing right here. So Bondo would have been like sagging. This is a better option for me. So y'all know what that means. If you enjoyed this video, give us a thumbs up. If you didn't, still give us a thumbs up. Leave a comment in the comment section below. Let us know how you doing. How we doing on a old pedal Monte Carlo that's been sitting in my yard about 2 years or more. Share this video with your friends, family, and co-workers on your social media. It'd be truly appreciated. Don't forget to hit that notification bell so you'll be notified whenever we release a new video. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Or consider hitting that subscribe button, I might say. Go follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, and Twitter. We have merch at teespring.com. We take Cash App donations. We take donations of cars. There's all links in the description area below. Go check out the description area below. For my email me. With all that said, stay blessed and stay tuned, people. Deuces!